Series. I'm joined in the booth today, myself, Arix-Moose, and with me we have Slick NASCAR. Slick, how you doing?
I'm good. Very excited to see how the trucks are going to race here at Texas and how these guys are going to handle the, I guess you could say, slick track of Texas Motor Speedway.
No pun intended. Coming off of last week, who did we have winning last week? Do you know off the top of your head?
Stickum dominated that race at Sonoma last week. I think he led every lap except for like 4 or 5.
That is right. Sickum went coast to coast on that one, both stages, pole, win in the end. Great race from him. Great race from him.
Yes, indeed. And I'm very curious. We go from a road course to a speedway, which is very different, obviously, to a road course. But I'm very interested to see how Sickum will do after dominating last week at Sonoma, and see if he can get another good finish here in Texas.
Yeah, hopefully that momentum works out for him. Moving on to the standings, of course, hovering over the 2 truck right now. Your leader in the points, Shake and Bake. Still only the 1 win on the season, but 7 top 5s out of 9 races so far. He's, I think he's proven that he's the one to beat this year.
By far, him, and I would honestly probably say him and Logan are the top 2, just trying to get the regular season championship for points. But I think Shake has really solidified himself as the one to beat down there in the Truck Series.
100%. Another name crept up. He didn't race Daytona because he wasn't rostered at the time, but Nate the Best now up into 3rd in the standings. He's had a pretty good run as of late. Sickum's win, of course, puts him up into 4th. And there's Porchy joining us. Porchy, how are you? It was nice of you to join us. Where was I? Yes, Sickum moves up to 4th in the standings. Small NASCAR in 5th. Secure the Perk 6th. Movement sitting 7th. Dead Dad 8th. Terrell is in 9th. And Glizzy rounds out your top 10. Now, Porchy, since you just joined, I'll ask you first. Do you think there's any names that we could see below that cut line possibly win today?
I mean, it's always a question on who's going to win these races, to be honest, considering it seems to be, at least for the most part in the races, there's always a caution towards the end, and obviously it gets crazy. So I mean, who knows how this race is going to play out. It'll be interesting for sure.
Slick, do you have anyone in mind on who could win this one?
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of guys actually down here below the cut line. This guy currently sits 12th in the points, only 2 spots behind Glizzy. Arix-Moose. I think he's missed a couple of races for, I think, like PlayStation issues, but besides that, he's had some pretty decent runs these last couple of weeks. I think he finished in the top 10 at Sonoma, and wherever he finished the other track, Eldora. And Dank as well. Dank is currently 15th, and he needs a good run. A win would definitely bump him up into possibly the playoffs right now. So those are my 2 guys that I'm watching for.
Yeah, of course I'm going to have my money on the favorite Shake and Bake, because it's always nice to have a safe bet every now and again. But it looks like they just finished qualifying, and it looks like hot seat driver Masopes is going to be on pole for this race.
Yeah, Masopes coming down from the Xfinity series. He decided to hop in the truck this week and race Texas.
So yes, we have Masopes in the 33 tonight, and Boger is also in a hot seat. I'm not sure which number he is in.
I think Boger is hot seating. I'm trying to figure out what number he's in, but...
So if you guys were to pick one driver, possibly hasn't really made much of an impact this year, who would you think could, you know, sneak up with strategy, or your late race caution, be at the front, ready to win this thing? Who do you think kind of be a sleeper? Who do you think could get that done? Porchy? Slick?
I'm gonna go with he's currently 8th. He's had a nice couple of races. I'm gonna actually go with Dead Dad here in that 16 truck. He's had some pretty nice races lately, and I mean, he is in the playoffs as of now, but then again, playoff guys underneath can win and knock him out. So I think Dead Dad can get a really good finish and possibly even win with, like you said, strategy towards if we get a late caution or like a little 2-lap shootout there at the end.
He's definitely done it before with a few laps left. I remember, pretty sure it was last season at Gateway. He won on a late race caution. He was up at the front, and then another caution came out on the final lap, and he was the winner of that one. So, seen it happen before, could happen again. Porchy, do you have anyone different you want to throw in the mix, if you're here still? Nope. All right.
Oh, my mic was muted.
Well, there you go. Now you're back.
Yep. I mean, maybe not as like a sleeper pick, but I think masopes can definitely do something here in this race. Obviously, he's on pole, but I think he can be pretty fast this race and seal the deal.
Yeah, I could definitely see masopes getting it done. He's always been a quick driver. What's the word I'm looking for? Past champion, I guess. If I were to go for someone outside the top 10 in points, I'm looking at Captain Jack. He's only raced 3 races. He did win his hot seat race, but he's sitting 18th in points right now. 94 points. He's 116 behind the cut line, so he needs a lot of points. A win tonight would push him into the playoffs. I could see him doing it.
I don't blame you. Captain Jack is a very, very wise pick. I mean, like, I guess upset picky if you were to go with underneath the cut line, but yeah, he's only raced 3 because I believe he moved down from the Cup Series.
Yes, that is correct. And he did win, his hot seat was at Atlanta, so he did win the sister track to Texas, so yeah, I could see him doing it again.
Atlanta and Texas, I mean, they somewhat race the same. I mean, you could probably say they do race the same, almost identical.
Oh,
but
we can join if you guys have invites.
Alright.
So we load in here.
Here we go for the speedycash.com 400.
Pretty sure it is an 84 lap race tonight.
I believe so, yes. 84 laps. Alright, as we are loading in, here it is, the night race. Which is very, very nice to see the trucks under the lights.
Oh, I find it's the best time to race them.
Yeah, the track's a lot cooler, which means you don't have to deal with really as slick of a racetrack as you would in the daytime.
Here we go. Masopes leads them to the green flag. Who's that on his outside? Logan Aim.
Is Logan Aim. Who is that? Oh, that is Shake and Bake running the throwback truck this week. I like it. That throwback truck looks very nice under.
Looking for that camera angle.
As Glizzy is going underneath Shake for second, and that is a guy I mentioned in the previous, Marner, running up there in the top 5 right now, trying to go with Glizzy to pass Shake for second and third.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard to tell if those teammates between Shake and Marner are going to try to help each other. Because like we said, Marner's below that cut line, so they might try to push him to a win to get 3 of their trucks in the playoffs.
Indeed, yes. We will see if they're up front later in the race and see if like Shake lets him by or races him hard.
Take a scroll here further down in the pack. Of course, Glizzy now up into second place. I don't know where he started, but I know he started a couple rows back, so that's a good start from him. Sikkim sitting there in what looks to be 6th place. That's pretty good.
The 38 was going to go for the lead there. Masopes cut him off, and luckily the 38 was able to get by. But here comes, I believe that's the 24, but not going to be enough. Oh,
24's looking.
Oh, 24's there. Meanwhile,
24 is going to get him here. Masopes is going to pull him along in the draft, and there goes the 38. Everyone's going to go by him on the bottom. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, Texas is that one-lane track. Once you get on the high side, there's not much going for you up there.
And really, there's not really much. I mean, the only gap I can see him getting into is in front of the 97, and that's way back there.
Oh, Nate, I think he might have tried to go for a move there and got a little bit loose, trying to pass the 97 over. I believe that is Terrell. That is Terrell in that 97. So they're going to go 3 wide between Captain Jack, Nate, and the 97. Oh, they make contact just a teeny bit. Going to send Nate up the track, and Captain Jack's going to get that spot.
Of course, Jack still looking for that playoff spot, as we mentioned earlier, dropping down. So I expect to see him up front late for sure.
Indeed. As Shake is underneath, Logan aimed for 3rd. Remember, those two are 1-2 in points, so race is still very critical for those 2 points leaders up there in the 2 truck and the 20 truck.
Here's a name, someone that's, you know, been quiet but still getting points done, and that's the 4 of Movement. He was traded from GMS earlier in the season to KBM, and you know, he's shining over there as he moves the 38 out of the way.
Here comes Small. Oh, the 23 of Sikkim is there. They got a little bit of a battle back here for, I believe this is about 4th place back here. It is 4th place. They got the 02 of Small.
Speaking of another battle, the 24 has been on the 33. So if the 33 slips up here, the 24 is going to go right by him. But also the 2 is right behind the 24 as well. So
and the 02 and all these top 6 guys are all within 1 second of each other.
Oh yeah, it's a very close field still, as there is 19 laps, I believe, in stage 1, so there won't be any green flag stops.
So we are on board with Marner. He's still on the back bumper of Masopes.
Oh, the 2 got knocked out of the way. Into the wall, just a little bit. Kept it straight for now.
Marner's underneath the 33, of trying to get underneath the 33 of Masopes. Can't quite get it done.
Oh, here he goes. To the lead.
There he goes.
24 making the move on the 33, has a nose out front. Can the 33 fight back on the high side? We mentioned earlier, there's not much doing out there.
Look at Small in the 02. Bueno Doyle a couple weeks ago. He's had some momentum lately. He's trying to pass Masopes for that 2nd place spot. And last week's winner as well, Sikkim in the 23, also trying to pass Masopes.
Yeah, you see, you get stuck up on that high side, you'll lose a lot of spots fast. As the 23 is below the 02 now. He's got a nose in there.
It appears that we've had 1 DNF, unless this is the game being Classic Heat 5. The 21 of Dank may or may not have lagged out, because his car is sitting in the pit lane.
I believe he did lag out, I believe.
He did mention he was having internet problems earlier.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that he was going to start in park. So, tough break for Dank, but
9 to go here in stage 1. Marner leads the way, Sikkim in 2nd, Masopes in 3rd.
Here comes Movement. Like you said earlier, that 4 truck driver for KBM, he's been very fast. Just has had some unfortunate luck, you would say, these last couple of races. So Movement up into 4th place.
Yeah, he had a slow start to the season at GMS, but once he went over to KBM, things started to heat up for him. I don't know if setups changed or he got the help he needed over there, but he's definitely been doing pretty good over there at KBM.
Indeed. Let's see. There's one. The 98 of Secure the Perks having a good run right now, running, I believe, inside the top 10. Yep, inside the top 10 is masopes and movement battling. Masopes on that outside, trying to make it work. See if he can get it to stick.
Looks like that 2 truck and everyone else is going to push that 4. Masopes going to be stuck it on that high side once again.
Yeah, Texas being basically a bottom lane track, you kind of want to be running the bottom for most of this race, or you could go from the lead to 15th.
Speaking of the lead, we have a lead change. The 23 is in the lead, the 24 falls in behind. Now, is this
try to fight back?
Is this some sort of teamwork just to get Sikkim that lap lead point?
Meanwhile, as they battle, here comes movement in the 4 and shake and bake in the 2.
Now, I think it'd be dangerous. Oh, what just happened back there?
I think Masopes got loose, and I believe at the 98. I believe. I saw that from watching Marner's point of view, but... There's now Logan Aim trying to work on Shake for... That is 4th at the moment.
Yeah, Masopes has fallen. Like I said, once you can't get in line, you're going back. I sound like a broken record, but it's so true on this track.
Masopes, speaking of Masopes, he just hit the wall exiting 4. Not going to cost him, well, I say that and he's falling back after hitting the wall. So
he is not in a good spot right now.
No, he is
not. 3 wide now. He's in the sucker hole.
He went from about 3rd or 4th to basically the end of this pack.
And that's just what that outside can do. 1 minute you'll be 1st or 2nd, the next minute you're 15th or 16th.
Meanwhile, another lead change. Marner back out in front as he passed Sikkim. Movement still running 3rd, shaking 4th, and the 20 of Logan Aim in 5th.
And Logan Aim hasn't really been a name we brought up a lot tonight. You know, we brought him up, you know, he's 2nd in points. He's just casually chilling in the top 5 right now. Must be nice.
Yeah, Logan, since P2, because he's been really consistent throughout the season. I mean, he's gotten top 5s and top 10s, and he's just been really consistent. That's why he sits P2 in points right now.
Exactly, that's all it takes is consistency. Be inside that top 10, and you'll probably have a spot within the top 10 for when the playoffs start.
Yep, as a little bit of a... I was going to say a little bit of a 3-card breakaway, but Shake is still right there with the top 3.
Yeah, it's hard to tell if Shake's going to just try to break them up and let his 2 teammates go, or if he wants to get into that 3rd spot. Obviously, he wants as many points as possible, but he doesn't want to bring that pack with him either.
Sikkim, movement gives Sikkim the bumper. He's going to go in underneath the 23.
That's a big move for movement.
They're gonna go 3 wide. The two GMS trucks working together.
They both got by him. Wow.
They were working together.
And this is the last stage. This is the last stage. This is the last lap of the stage. So Marner will bring it home first.
Marner's gonna win. Sikkim 2nd, Shake 3rd, Movement 4th, Logan 5th. I believe Blizzy was 6th.
I will have them in a second, I believe. Courtesy of Captain Dead Dad.
Thank you, Dead Dad, for the lap counting.
If he scrolls up.
Thank you, Dead Dad, for the lap counter so we can keep track of who is who.
Yes, big shout out to Captain Dead Dad, the only truck admin still racing.
Yep.
You got back to 5th. I can get 8th, 9th, and 10th. We got Small NASCAR in 8th, Nate in 9th, Terrell in 10th, but that's all I can give you right now. Oh, there we go. And it's gone. Okay.
I think Secure the Perks might have gotten 6th. I'm not entirely sure though. So we're gonna go back green.
Sikkim leads him to green. You got that spot on the pit stops.
Marner Movement already making a move on the inside of Shake and Bake. Now going for 2nd on Marner. That 4 truck is looking pretty fast right now.
Four
Now
truck
he's going for
is
the
looking
lead.
already to the lead.
Wow, how about movement on that restart? Went from about 4th or 3rd on the restart to the lead.
Oh, the 97's in the wall in turn 3.
97. Oh, Logan underneath the 24. He's gonna look it for 3rd. Oh, the leaders are making contact. Oh, they make contact again. Sikkim keeps it off the wall though. Movement's gonna take the lead. Logan aim looking for 2nd. Marner's trying to peek his nose under. Maybe 3 wide. Oh, Marner not gonna try to make it 3 wide into the corner.
Now, Porchy, you've raced trucks this season. If you're sitting where the 2 truck is, Shake and Bake sitting right now, what are you looking for? You're on the high side, you know it's not fast. How do you fix that?
I mean, I'm gonna try and find a gap to the bottom as soon as I can, because everyone's gonna go by you if you don't find a gap.
And as soon as you say that, he does
the
that.
wall in the back there. It was the yellow and black truck, I believe.
Was it the
Someone
88?
was way up in turn 2.
Oh, they are getting
and
wild back
what
here.
just
They're
happened
like
back
3,
there?
4 wide back here. This is getting a little bit crazy.
Trying to find someone to get a better view of what's going on back here.
There's a lot between like 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and pretty much on back.
We ride on board with the O2 right now. Kind of in the middle of this, I don't know if I want to call it a battle or not, but he's in the middle of it.
as you see, Masopes trying to work his way back through the field after getting stuck on that outside and went from running in the top 5 to basically being like 14th, 13th after falling all the way back.
Speaking of the O2, he won at Eldora this season, so he's kind of locked himself into the playoffs as long as he makes the required races. He's sitting, I think, just inside the top 10 right now, fighting for good points.
Yep.
So that 33 looks to work him over right now, looking for a way by.
Yep, like I've said before, these hot seat guys coming from the Cup and Xfinity series, they're not gonna make it easy on these truck guys. They're gonna race them as hard as they, I guess, want to be raced, or as hard as they want to. So Masopes isn't gonna make it easy on these truck guys.
100%. You're coming down from another series. You're trying to prove that your series is better than theirs, so you're only here for wins.
Yep, like we saw last week, Kenny and Eric racing at Sonoma. Weren't making it easy for them at that road course.
As let's see who's still up at the front here. Cycle back through.
Oh, Logan Aim took the lead. How about the 20 truck?
20 truck in the lead, followed by the 24 of Marnes, the 23 of Sikkim, and the 2 of Shake and Bake.
Movement. Again, we've said this multiple times. Stuck on that outside, has to find a hole if he's gonna go to the tail end of this field.
He's looking like Masopes at the end of stage 1 there.
Seems to be, as you got Jake and Fluffy off the pace. I think they might have hit the wall or something.
24's looking, 24's there. He's trying to make something happen.
Oh, the 98 of Secure the Perks is also stuck on the outside back here. Lizzie's gonna go in. Oh, they make contact with the 38. Movement did find a hole. He's back here in about the middle of the pack.
So we got 9 laps to go again in stage 2. I seem to always catch it when there's 9 laps to go. So the GMS line tries to get through here for a 1-2-3.
As Dead Dad is kind of just waiting patiently back here. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I mean, the way these guys are racing out front, who knows? He could, like you said in the previous moves, he could take some sort of strategy and win this thing.
100%. Anything could happen here. Anything.
Heck, we could get a caution with 3 to go, and then it changes everything.
Because like we said about that high side, yes, it hurts whoever's on the high side, but it's going to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to help the people that are on the inside, that are just chilling. If you get stuck on that outside, someone on the inside is just going to sneak through in that position, and that's what Dead Dad could be doing here, is waiting for people to get stuck up high and taking the spots he gets.
As Marner back to the lead. Shake is running second. Logan looking to pass Sikkim for third. And that is, I believe, the O2 small right behind Logan. It is the O2. And there I say it again. Here comes Masopes, the hot seat driver, quietly sneaking his way back into this race.
Yeah, he might have just been pushing the O2 up there to get closer faster, but it looks like he wants a way around now.
Logan is right on the back bumper of Shake. He's trying everything he can to get by him as he's going to slip up the track, and they are going to...
3 wide. Still going to be 3 wide here. 4 wide for a second. Oh my goodness.
The 13 of Captain Jack. Oh, they made... Masopes and Jack made contact.
Oh, I don't see this ending well.
They are 4 wide. This is...
Oh, who's that? The 20?
Logan into the wall.
Oh, the 20's around.
Dead. Tough break for Logan. They were just... Logan was in a bad spot there. He was stuck on the outside, and they were 4 wide in front of him and just had nowhere to go.
That is extremely unfortunate for the 20s, having a good race up to this point, but can always bounce back in stage 3.
Look at that 13 of Captain Jack. He is... snuck his way into the... I believe the top 6.
We all knew Jack was going to be fast. We saw it at Atlanta. We've seen it every week. He's always got a fast truck. It's just, can he get that win that he's going to need in order to make the playoffs?
Yep, and yeah, tough break for Logan as he has lost the pack and the 88 as well. I don't know who that is. That is Crimson.
That would be Kush Knight. Changed his name to Crimson Omen, I'm pretty sure.
And yeah, that would be Kush. I was like, who's that? And I was like... let's go. We'll go right on board with the... we'll go on board with Jack. Why not? He's worked his way up into 5th.
Yeah, we're grabbing someone in this middle pack here.
Wizzy is also... He had a top 3 at Sonoma last week. He had a fantastic run last week. He's worked it. He's running 6th right now in front of Masopes.
Yeah, Glizzy's another driver that's been quiet this year, but I think he got a late start to the season, if I remember correctly, as well as Nate.
Oh, the leader's shaking to the wall!
Oh my goodness.
Didn't mean to interrupt you there, but
no, you're good.
As now they look to take advantage. A Shake goes from the lead to 4th.
I'm wondering if he caught that glitch out of 4 there.
Yeah, I'm wondering that too, because
seen that get the better drivers.
Any series you race, the Texas glitch out of 4 is always something you want to be worried about.
100%.
Especially when you're running like really low to the bottom. But Glizzy is all over the... Oh, Glizzy, I think almost... Oh, small onto the apron. He's going to come back up. He's going to shove the 38 up the track.
I don't know how that happened.
I wouldn't be too pleased with the O2, but they race on.
Oh, and he's looking back up the inside here. He's looking to get back to that O2.
So we got a battle for the lead. Movement underneath Marner for the lead. Sickham's gonna follow movement.
I don't know how many laps to go, but we got to be getting close to the end of the stage here.
As here comes Shake and Jack.
Oh, and that was the end of the stage.
Wow. So movement
got the stage win.
That
good drive from movement.
I'd tell you, that 4 truck is looking pretty quick today.
It's looking very, very good.
Those KBM guys sure do bring speed.
Just waiting to see if Dead scrolls back up. He did show them all, but he scrolled really quick and I missed it.
Movement with the stage. I believe Sikkim got 2nd.
Yeah, it was either Sikkim or Marner, 2nd, 3rd, vice versa. I'm pretty sure.
I think Shake was 4th, and I think Jack was 5th.
Yeah. Sounds about right to me.
Alright, back to the green we go. Go on board with movement. Movement's gonna bring him back to the green flag. Sikkim on the outside. Marner and Shake in the 2nd row.
And I'll just let you know how many laps this is going to be. A 42 lap stage to the finish, so we should have 1 green flag stop.
Got longer stage, although when the trucks most all stage 3s are longer than the actual stages.
Yeah, they're both stages combined don't equal this.
Yep, you got Marner looking underneath Shake. I'm trying to get underneath Sikkim. You got that 13, like you've said, that 13 of Captain Jack. He knows how to get it done. Oh, but he's now in the 3 wide in the sucker hole in the middle.
Says masopes comes back up to the top 5.
So we got, Marner passes Sikkim.
Oh, they're going right
Masopes.
down to the apron.
These leaders, man, I'm telling you. That 18! Where'd the 18 truck come from?
I haven't seen the 18 all race.
That is Jason Cole. He is, well, like I said, you can have a guy from the back just instantly come to the front, and the 18 has definitely done that.
Yeah, these KBM trucks are on something different today.
They are 3 wide for second. The points they're shaking bake.
Trying to see what happened. I think it was just Shake, unfortunately, caught up in that.
As meanwhile, Logan Aim is trying to work his way back through the field. Passes the 15 of Nate. Now going to work on the 98 of, I believe that is Secure the Perks. It is Secure the Perks. As Logan gets pushed up by the 15.
As Marner's kind of pulling away right now in the lead.
Shake got, I think they were like 30 wide or something, and he ended up getting hit. It's a tough break for Shake.
Yeah, he definitely drew the short straw on that one.
Yep, as back up to the front, the 38 looking underneath the 18, can't quite get underneath him. Look, there's that 16 truck. He is slowly working his way up through the field.
He's just been patiently waiting. He's been waiting for his time, and now he's, what, 6th place? 5th place?
6, as there's about a 7-8 car breakaways. The rest of the pack is kind of spread out.
Now, Porchy, if you were Shake, you were just caught up in that wreck, how much of an advantage would you get from undercutting the field? Would it help you enough to possibly, as soon as the fuel window opens, pit? All right, I guess he's not here.
Obviously, I think it would definitely work for Shake. I mean, because if fuel window opens and you're not in the pack or leading, you're like, oh, I'm gonna pit to see if I can somehow, like undercut these guys and get to the lead. So I think if Shake plays it right, it can work in his favor.
Yeah, and obviously Shake has the outright pace too. We've seen him do it before. He's a 2-time champion. So he could drive his way back up there, even now, honestly.
Oh, Sikkim hit the apron as Masopes back to the lead. The 18 and the 16.
Oh, 24.
And Captain Dead Dad has worked his way into 4th. How about the run by that 16 truck?
He has had quite the stage 3 so far. The unfortunate part is he's again on that bad side. He's on that high side.
Yep, as Glizzy is going underneath him. The 18 is trying to go up there to, I believe, the 18 and the 16 are teammates at KBM.
Yes, they are. It's the 18, 16, 4, and the 51.
Alright, so yeah, the 18 was trying to help his KBM teammate there, but it didn't quite work. Yeah,
as we see him slowly fall, he's probably going to slot in right in front of his other teammate or right behind.
They into the grass, and he's spinning in the infield as he crosses the start-finish line. That is Kush. He spins in the infield.
That is unfortunate for the 88. A lot of people say a lot of things about Kush, about, he's back sometimes in the field. You know what? This guy shows up every week. He races clean. It's just, he gets some unfortunate things that happen to him that, out of everyone's control,
Yep. And there might be, heck, some drivers don't win or aren't as fast, but they show up and they be consistent, and that's really what you need in Hennessy, is just be consistent, and you can make the playoffs without even winning a race.
No, 100%. I know a lot of people last year that did it in the truck series. As we get back on board this front pack.
18 is stuck on that outside.
If we take a look at who the leader is now, that'd be your pole sitter, the 33 of Masopes.
Masopes worked his way after an unfortunate event in the late stages of stage 1, but he's worked his way back to the lead.
That 24 truck's not going to make it easy for him.
As the 98 of Secure the Perks working his way up into 3rd.
He's another name we haven't heard a lot about tonight, but he's always a good runner at these ovals. You always see him up around the front.
Yep, and you've got the 23 of Sikkim behind him, and then you've got Glizzy and the 38 behind Sikkim, and the 18, the 4, and the 16 round out the little pack that we have.
Like I said earlier, Glizzy's impressed me this year. I don't think he raced much last year if he was signed at all, but he's come in this season, and he's been a consistent, like, top 7 driver every race. Like, he's really impressed me.
Yeah, he's been impressive. I mean, especially getting a top 3 at Sonoma last week being a road course.
Yeah, especially when you had those 2 guys hot seating that were supposed to be your road course ringers, of course. Unfortunate events happen to them, like everyone, but...
Kenny and Eric had unfortunate events, but Sikkim dominated that race, though, last week, as it was pretty cool to see Sikkim dominate like that. Did his first career win in Hennessy.
As we saw the 98 take the run there into turn 3, the 24 went for a block, got pushed up the track. Now the 98 is through into 2nd place. It looks like the 38 will follow him into 3rd.
That 98, he's been quiet the first 2 stages, but like you said, he's been good on these ovals, and he's quietly snuck his way into the 2nd behind our leader Masopes.
Well, this is where the big points are at the end of the race, right? So everyone's looking for the big points.
Yep. And the 38 is also behind.
They don't ask how, they ask how many, and at the end of the day, they're going to be looking somewhere above 32 points just for their finish.
Yep, exactly. His movement's trying to work his way back towards the front back here for about 6th place. He's gonna... As those KBM trucks, the 4 and the 16 are trying to get by the 23 of Sikkim. Actually, you've got all 3 KBM trucks, the 18, the 4, and the 16 right in line. Let's see if they can try to get all 3 of them into the top 3.
You just see Kush there getting out of the way of the leaders. Very respectful driver, as we mentioned.
Very respectful, not gonna cause anything. Which, I mean, the best option, because he's already, like, I think a lap or 2 laps down, and he doesn't need to...
Yeah, there's no reason for him to fight that.
So.
You see the 4 now up on the high side. You know, I was thinking of this when you were talking about the line of the KBM trucks. I would hate to be the crew with that 4 truck and have to replace that bumper every week, because it looks like he uses it all the time.
Yes, I've seen movement at least maybe 5 to 6 times move somebody out of the way this race. I mean, I've raced with movement, and he can use the bumper on you for sure, and it'll shock you, because you'll be running in front of him, and then all of a sudden you'll go up the track and you're like, what in the world just hit me?
It was that 4 truck. It was that rocket ship.
Jack is, as I see, the 13, he's slowly kind of creeped his way back into the top 10. Logan Aim has also worked his way back after that stage 2 incident.
And they're getting loose out of 4. Looks like they all saved it. Wow.
This is when you expect the tires to start to wear, and you expect to see these trucks start to slide around the track.
Yeah, it looks like the tire wear again from Dead Dad Stream is pretty heavy right now. The pit window is either open or is just about to open, so we're going to see some cars coming through for green flag stops here shortly.
So we're gonna go on board with 2nd place Secures. He's under fire as he hits the wall, exiting 4. That's gonna cost him 2nd and 3rd, possibly even 4th.
Wherever he is, I can't seem to find him. There he is.
Secure was running 2nd and hit the wall out of 4, and is gonna cost him about, and drop to at least 6th.
I don't see any takers yet, so
possibly even the tail end of this pack if he can't find a hole.
And besides this one group, it looks like everyone else is spread out around the track. Like you have 8 or 9 cars, maybe 10 cars in this. Oh, maybe a little more than that.
I mean, you've got Logan and Jack. They're still in this pack. They're just at the tail end. Yeah, they're still in this pack.
Oh, we might have a couple takers. He might be pitting.
Dead really lose. I think Dead is pitting. Who's that? They just hit the wall.
Look
the
like
23 of Sikkim. Dead does not pit. I think he just got loose.
Wow, good save then. I think he kept that off the inside wall too. And the 24 is in the wall.
24 Marner into the wall.
Everyone is all over the place right now.
I think there's a caution.
Oh, there's a manual.
Oh, manual. Alright, manual caution. This will be very interesting.
It looks like Masopes is still your leader. Looks like the 4 is in second.
There's 38 and I believe the 98 and then Logan back into the top 5.
It's a pretty good top 5.
6th, and then Jack in 7th, the 18 and 8th, 97, and I think that was small in 10th. Yeah, that's small. I caught it.
There we'll go.
Of that O2 truck.
There we'll go. Crimson to get his lap back. So he got the lucky dog there. Pit road closed this time by.
As when pits do open, do you expect some of these guys like in the back to take maybe some sort of strategy here and maybe get themselves up front?
I could see some drivers taking just enough fuel to make it and try to risk that, but ultimately I see at the end of the day 4 tire stop, fill it with fuel, and go to the end.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's not worth taking 2. I mean, your tires wear at Texas, and I would just take 4. But
yeah,
I would expect some guys to take at least a can or half a can if they can make it.
Yeah, because right now they're sitting on 3 laps of fuel roughly. So they definitely need to take enough fuel to make it, and their tires are almost gone. They got about a quarter of the life left on the right sides, half of the life left on the left side, so...
Yeah, the right sides are definitely the tires that wear a lot quicker than the left do.
Now, it is possible that someone in the back does take 2, because you might be able to make that, but if they do, I think they're just going for the lap lead points at that stage.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably the best case, because you're not gonna be able to hold off a whole pack that's on 4 tires and you're the only one that's on 2.
Of course not. I don't see that ending well either.
No, it could either end up in a big wreck or they go from the lead to dead last.
Yeah, so it looks like they have 19 to go as they cross the line. You get about 24 laps of fuel on a full tank, so you could take a little less than what is needed.
You could get like 20 laps and you'd barely be good.
As we see who wins the race off of pit road here.
Dead movement. Masopes is going to keep the lead off of pit road.
So we got the 33, the 4, the 38, the 20, the 98, and then the 16. So Dead gained a spot, and I believe Secure gained a spot. Did he not, or did he lose a spot?
I think Secure gained a spot, because I think Logan is... where's Mr. Logan aim? He is behind Dead.
Yeah, so interesting pit stops there. Unfortunate for some drivers, amazing for some others.
Yeah, I think this will get very interesting with movie coming to about 17 or 16 to go when we go back green. So I expect it to get a little more chaotic towards the front.
100%. I can't wait for this choose cone, see how many people are going to line up on that bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the leader, you can maybe make the top work like myself. I mean, you could probably make it work on the restart, but that's probably about it. And you need to get that advantage into turn 1. Masopes goes low, movement going high, Dead going high.
Jack. Movement's been really good on these restarts, so he might be able to get a jump here.
Yeah, and he's got his KBM teammate, that 16 truck, right behind him as well. So let's see if maybe Dead Dad gives Movement a little push. A little bump.
Could happen. You never know what could happen with teammates.
Yep.
Then it looks like the 98 and the 13 lines up beside the 98.
Alright, name's gonna go on the bottom.
Oh, Porchy's back. We were asking you questions, but you weren't here.
Porchy's back.
I had something to attend to for the time being.
Yeah, we've had a manual caution that just happened. So.
All right, so recap me what's going on. How many laps to go?
About what, 17, 16?
Yeah, 16 or 17 to go. Green flag pit stops are kibosh because of the manual, so we are running right to the end.
And we've Marner won stage, and Movement won a stage. Those are the 2 stage winners.
All right.
And you've had some guys like Dead Dad secure the perks and work their way through the field, and they're up here running in the top 5.
And what a start with that inside lane, the top 3 clear.
As Movement, we see the outside lane, Movement just couldn't get anything as he goes from 2nd to about 5th or 6th.
That's unfortunate for the KBM trucks, but see who's on the bottom here. You got the 13 truck and Captain Jack. He's still looking for something. He's fighting for that win.
You also got Logan Aim right in front of him, rebounding after having that little bit of an accident in stage 2. So good rebound from Logan.
Who else we got up in there? Let me scroll through a little bit.
The 44, Jake. Jake has snuck himself into this top 10. They're fighting now, aka Jake.
38 of
Legend.
Wagons is up here as well. He's running 2nd right now.
He's been a hot story of the race. He's been like in the top 6, 7 the entire race.
We've been talking about him probably like almost every single lap.
Like I said, he was a driver that's impressed me this season.
Secure the perks in 3rd, Logan in 4th, Captain Jack and cracking the top 5. And who is that? That is the 44. The 44 of Jake. Wow, he's been working his way up.
Impressive run by Jake. He's looking for a couple more spots here. I don't think he's playoff eligible anymore, but you know what? A good showing's a good showing.
Yeah, a good show. Hey, if you're not making the playoffs, you can still show what you got.
100%.
Kind of a mess back here, past like the top 5.
As it looks like Movement settling in between his KBM teammates there.
Oh, there goes the 2 truck of Shake. Shake is trying everything he can to work his way back through the field.
After that unfortunate collision at the start of the stage, he was trapped in the back there, couldn't get going. Now he's looking, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get up to the front in time.
I don't know. If we get a couple cautions, I could see Shake working his way back up, but the way this race is gone, I don't think we would get a caution.
I mean, with how many laps are left, I mean, even if there was a caution, he'd still have to go through another 10 plus cars just to even get to the front.
That is a very good point. Oh, Dead Dad going underneath trying to get underneath Jack, Sicko, Movement. They're all trying to jockey for position.
I mean, the people in 4th and 5th, I mean, they've got to figure something out, because if they keep side by side, they're going to lose the top 2 and 3.
100%. Either the 38 needs to fight the leader, or they need to get in line to get back up to the leaders.
No, I think for now the 38's going to be patient here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's doing much.
Situated a little bit back there, so they're probably going to catch up.
Porchy, since you've raced trucks, if you're secure the perks in 3rd right now, what are you kind of just waiting to happen? Are you just kind of waiting for them to mess up, or waiting for the last couple of laps to ensure and then make your move?
I mean, I would try and make my move as soon as possible. That way, if there's an opportunity to take the lead, you know, you're going to take it. But that really didn't work out. He's going to lose a lot of spots. But here comes the other Thor Sport truck, the 13, Captain, I believe that Jack is.
And Dead Dad into 4th.
The 38 might get moved here. He's going to slide up.
Jack is looking to go underneath him.
Oh, he's underneath him.
Almost
side by side.
Side by side.
The 38's going to get freight trained here, unfortunately. There's no way. Oh,
you've
wait.
got the
It was
you've got
clear,
the two
apparently.
you've got the two KBM trucks running 4th and 5th, and then Logan Aim in 6th.
Some soaps. Looks like he
Oh.
gets into the outside wall there a little bit.
Yeah, he got tied off of 4. I would assume to avoid that seam that's in turn 4 that makes your car really sideways out of that corner, because that is a very big issue in trucks and Xfinity. Here comes the 38 back with a 13 down to the inside. That's a block.
Going back to the seam on turn 4, we've seen a couple of trucks hit that seam and have gotten loose and hit the wall.
Yeah, I believe Marner's hit it. I believe Sit's pretty much been the GMS trucks as the 4 gets pushed way up high.
Movement, I think got pushed by his own teammate. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, the 38's gonna get moved here. Here comes the 13.
As Captain Jack, man, I give props to Jack. He has had one heck of a race tonight. Running 2nd right now. Dead.
Did he go for the lead? He's gonna go for the lead.
There he goes.
He's gonna go for the lead.
The 16's gonna follow. 13 to the lead, 16 to second. The 98 trying to go low.
Gonna get moved. Oh, Masopes cleared him.
The 13 and the 16 have been really impressive this stage 3.
Yeah, the
Here comes the 20 to pass by a bunch of trucks to the inside. Logan Aim up to 4th.
Dead Dad was running outside the top 10 in the first 2 stages, and now he's running 2nd with about 10 to go.
Yeah, that 16 looks to be on rails this 3rd stage as Sikkim gets up into the wall out of 4.
As Marner has, I believe, lagged out at DNF, so tough break.
Don't count Masopes out of this though. Even though he lost the lead, I mean he still has been pretty fast today. So I would not be surprised if he tries to make a move to the inside of the 16 here. Oh, yeah, he's blocking.
We were discussing.
Contact.
We were discussing
This is gonna help Jack pull away. This is what Jack needs.
Look at Logan Aim, trying to take advantage of these two.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the smartest move on Masopes' part there. Yes, he got the position, but how much did it cost him?
I mean, it's going to cost him a lot because everyone's going to go by him on the bottom. There's not a single bit of room on the bottom. Maybe in front of the 16, but I'm not sure. Oh, he's in the wall. That's going to be a caution.
Big wreck.
Big wreck in the back.
Big wreck.
And as that was 5 to go, it won't be a manual, but game caution does come out.
The 33, the 15 with damage. I think Shake got involved in that one.
Speaking of Shake, back up to 8th place after that wreck.
Well,
as that move by Masopes could very well have costed him a chance at winning this race.
I would watch for anyone pitting though. You're gonna have a green-white checkered here. You're gonna be on fresh tires.
The beneficiary of all that is Logan. He went from 5th to like 2nd because of the 3 guys in front of him all jockeying for position.
It may benefit him here, but now he's going to be on that outside, and that outside, from what we've seen, is not the place to be in, especially whenever it's coming to 2 to go in the stage or even the race. So it'll be interesting. And some people, oh, look at this.
Fluffy.
Some people stayed out.
And the 15, okay. Like we said, expect some sort of strategy. Fluffy, Saxon, Nate, take advantage of that.
As it looks like Fluffy stayed out, Nate and the 18, which is Jason Cole, I believe, both took 2 tires.
Oh, the 40's blocking. Same as the 15.
Oh, the 18's on the apron.
18 to the inside.
The 18 is
and that's going to be a wreck in the back. Still green for now.
Is that going to be a game caution?
Logan around it.
There it is. There's the caution.
Well, this helps the people with fresh tires, especially.
Look at that 2 truck. He's worked his way into the top 5.
I told you. Well, you said a couple cautions. He could get right back up there.
Yep, and he has the manual and the 2 cautions with under 10 to go.
Yeah, I 100% wouldn't count out anyone, though, that's below 5th place.
Yep. If you're on that outside, what sort of strategy would you put on the outside to try to at least get a good jump?
Hope and prayer. That's about all you can do.
hope and pray that the leaders check up on the inside. You can just go right around them on the outside.
You gotta hope that someone misses a shift somewhere.
So we're gonna go on board with Fluffy. It's gonna gonna be another NASCAR overtime. NASCAR overtime green flag. Nate got the little bit of a jump on the restart.
It's not gonna matter though.
Side by side.
He's gonna be on the outside.
Oh, he's gonna force his way in.
Just shoved the 13 down below the white line, but here comes the 13 with the 2.
Oh, the 15 is forcing everyone.
Look at Jake and Captain Jack.
They were fanned out 4 wide on the backstretch.
Look at that.
There might even be a crash off of 4. They're 3 wide and everything.
Oh, don't look now, but look who's in second place.
That's
They're wrecking.
There's no way.
That's going to be the race.
And that's it.
That's it.
It's over.
That's the whole thing.
Captain Jack's going to win at Texas.
Good for Captain Jack. I did say he won Atlanta.
I believe Shake got second, and the 20 truck of Logan.
The 02 small NASCAR got third.
Oh, small NASCAR.
Yeah. Dead got
third,
fourth.
unless game caution said otherwise. But
so your top 5, Captain Jack winning obviously, Shake and Bake second, small NASCAR third, Captain Dead 4th, and Secure the Perk 5th.
Big win for Jack and good run for Dead Dad. That's a nice top 5 for Dead Dad.
Yeah, like we said, he was sitting back in the stages, but I had a feeling he was going to do something in the 3rd stage, and he did.
Yep, as fastest lap goes to Shake and Bake.
Very nice.
I'm not surprised.
If someone can get the top 3 in here, that would be fantastic.
That was a very interesting race. That honestly reminded me how Coda went for the NASCAR Cup Series this past weekend with the overtime restarts.
We were green for most of the race, and then the cautions came out in friggin' overtime.
Did I already scroll past the 13? Where is the 3rd? There he is.
Yeah, you said Moose, Jack was due for a win, and he wins at Texas.
Yeah, I said he won that sister track Atlanta. Look for him in this race. He's going to want me in here more often now. When I say he's going to win, he wins.
Maybe you're his good luck charm.
Yeah. As we're waiting for the top 3 to get in here. Like I said, impressive rebound there from Shake too.
Yeah,
after that collision.
Shake was running towards the back with about 16 to go when we went back green on that manual.
Sorry for the loud keyboard. I don't think anyone has joined yet, have they? No. I will invite them. Who did we have? We had Jack somewhere in here. Alright, give me 2 seconds here. Oh, my connection went down there, so I can't search. Fantastic. So if someone could invite Shake, he probably has everyone, or Jack.
I can. Let me see if I can add Shake real quick.
As we saw from that race, I definitely thought it was going to be the 33 that was going to bring that truck home in victory lane. He looked pretty dominant there in the first half of stage 3. Just some unfortunate things cost him a little bit of time.
Let's see if we can get Shake in here.
Marner, we're only giving interviews to the top 3, sorry. Alright, he didn't get one, so I'll invite him quick. Whoops, wrong button. Sorry about this, folks. Just PlayStation, you know. There's Jack. There's Shake. And I don't have small. So if anyone does have small, I will need them. Perfect.
I gotta find him though. I'm not finished this. Let's see, let's go find small.
Welcome, Shake.
There's Shake and Wake. I got added small. The small should be joining us too.
I imagine Jack will be joining us here shortly. But Shake, since you're here, talk us through that last stage, man. The start of stage 3 was not going your way. Manual comes out and you're right back in it.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. I started on the outside, and you know, typical Texas. I think it was on normal draft, but if it wasn't, it was still like it was like a plate track. No talent whatsoever needed. But yeah, I don't know. I got arrow tight and hit the 13, and he hit the wall, and I came across my nose and killed me. But hey, that's just a racing incident. I was kind of mad, but whatever. And then I was just running along, catching the leaders, and the 15 like spun, and then I think it was the 02 or somebody went under him, and then lagged back forward and absolutely killed my right rear and just sent me down pit road like down the front stretch. And yeah, and then the caution came out and I slowly worked my way back up.
Oh, it was definitely
like
a good rebound there.
It seems like Shake.
Oh yeah, I wasn't expecting much there. But when that restart came, I knew I had a shot.
Slick, you got something for Shake?
Yeah, again, very impressive the way you came back. But how did your truck feel in the first 2 stages before obviously the incident happened and you had to work your way through the field?
It wasn't bad. Yeah, it was pretty solid stage 1. I just running with my teammates, and then stage 2, it was decent. It was a little on the loose side. I slapped the wall coming off of 4. I hit that glitch that I've like never hit in trucks, but you know, it's whatever. And then stage 3 just went down a frickin' waterfall.
Yeah, man. Well, congrats on the P2, and let's see you next week.
Oh yeah, Richmond.
Porchy, you got anything to ask Shake or want to talk to him about?
Yes, I do. After you had those troubles in the race earlier on, did you think before that one caution came out with, I think about 15 or so to go, did you think that you weren't going to really make your way back to the front? And whenever those cautions did come out, did you think that it was going to get as crazy as it did and get yourself all the way up to P2?
Yeah, like you said, that first caution, which was nice, it helped me fix my damage, and then I knew I wasn't going to get all the way to the front, but I was just trying to get as many positions as I could. I don't know if it was just my truck or it was the track, but it seemed like it tightened up a little bit, and I was a little on the tighter side to begin with, so that didn't really help. And as it got closer to the final laps, I knew they were going to start battling, and then that second caution came out, and then cautions breed cautions, and then there you know, I'm back up in P2. So I'm not saying this is a deserving finish, but at the same time I was up front most of the race. So.
All right. Moving on, we'll get to third place first, and then we'll get to our race winner. Small, you had an impressive race. You were up near the front most of it. Talk us through that last, I don't know, 2 or 3 cautions. What was your game plan?
Well, because I was in the back because of just the whole a bunch of stuff happening. I was just trying to slowly make my way through the field because I knew I could make my way kind of through like slowly, and then the last caution I stood like mid-pack, and then in the turn 3 I ended turn 3 like 8th, and then I came out of turn 4 battling for 4th. So
well, that sounds like an awesome way to finish that race. Porch, you got anything for Small?
Yeah, obviously, towards the end of the race, whenever you saw the leaders getting into it with each other, did you think that you could maybe have a chance to, you know, sneak by if the leaders crashed into each other for the win?
Well, I didn't think they were gonna crash each other. I mainly thought with how they were like bouncing off the apron, I thought I could just not blow past them, but go on them on the outside, like in the turn 2 or something, and then get clear. But I thought I maybe could have won if the caution didn't come out.
100%. Slick, you got anything for Small?
Not really, no. But how did your truck feel like throughout the stages? Was it like, did you feel like you could compete up there with the leaders?
At times, yes, but they're like at times I would enter a corner, my car was like perfectly fine, and then sometimes I would enter a corner, my car just gets really tight, and then people would sneak under my inside, and I'd get shuffled back to like outside the top 10. And at times it was fast, but at times it was really tight and slow.
All right, well, congrats on the P3, and we'll see you next week at Richmond.
Yes, congratulations, Small. You've had a good last few weeks. Let's hope the momentum carries you forward. Race winner, Captain Jack. I will say, you and Shake were my 2 picks, and you both finished 1-2.
Jack mentioned, Moose mentioned in the pre-race that they expect to see Jack up there towards the end, and well, you won the race. That's all I gotta say.
I've seen you do it before, almost every season so far. You come from nowhere, you win the race. You won Atlanta already. You've won the sister track to Atlanta now. You won Texas tonight. Talk us through that last restart. What was going through your mind?
Hoping Fluffy stayed out, which he did. I was able to stay on the inside, and then just ride the bottom and block and block and block. That's all I was thinking.
Yeah, those fresh tires definitely helped you when the outside lane only had 2 and the front runner had 0. So, Slick, you got anything for Jack?
Yeah, you were kind of just, you know, chewing in the back or towards the bottom of the top 10 stages 1 and 2, and then you clicked it into gear in stage 3. Was it just you were kind of waiting for the right move or the right time, or were you just kind of, or did you get the adjustments for your truck to drive up to the front?
My truck was pretty much, it was loose throughout like stage 1 or whatever, but then I fixed it for the rest of the race where it was really hooked, especially the long run. Like starting out the run, I was just tighter than everyone else, and ended up being beneficial towards like middle to late run, and I ended up able to just drive by everybody.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, I'm gonna throw this over to oh, sorry.
I don't got anything else. You can what you
Alright, yeah, a couple of things. It's nice to see ThorSport get another win. Even though I'm not a driver on that team anymore, it is nice to see them get a win. A question I got to ask you, Jack, is that during the last couple laps, whenever everyone behind you, I think it was with about 5 or so to go, what were your thoughts on, you know, seeing everything unfold behind you, and then having the caution come out, and then not only that, being sort of in the middle of the pack on those restarts?
Kind of saying when I was in the lead there, I was hoping no caution, and then they all decided I'm gonna wreck. And then then for the restart was just hopefully I loosened it enough and was able to get it to the bottom at some point, which I was. And then they wrecked again right before we got the one to go or whatever. So, and then Fluffy stayed out, and I got underneath Nate. He tried to block it, but he didn't have the tires or whatever. And it ended up being the saving grace is the tires.
Yeah, definitely. And just throughout the race, what was your main strategy throughout the entire race? Was it just to chill behind the cars in the draft, or just go flat out?
It was a little of both. Like toward the beginning of the run, just like chill out for a little bit, and end of the run start going once everyone started falling off. That would be the way I was going to get track position. It was doing well in stage 1, but the nose was unpredictable until I fixed it. Other than that, it's pretty much how the race was.
Alright, well, obviously congrats on the win, and we'll see you next week.
Alrighty, that'll do it for the truck broadcast this week. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 7:30, I believe. Yes, 7:30 for Xfinity at Michigan. First race in their Dash for Cash back-to-back. And then Cup at 8:30 tomorrow night at Dover. This has been Arix-Moose along with Slick NASCAR and Porchy, and someone will see you tomorrow.